I was really thrilled by Jared Polis's acceptance speech the night that he was elected as governor of Colorado. I love the idea that everyone gets to go to a good school regardless of their zip code. At the same time, I think that that's going to take a while, and it's going to take a little bit of time before all-day kindergarten is in place, and then that we see the benefits from that. So, Jared Polis, I have an idea for you. This idea came from my experience of raising my kids in Boulder, Colorado, while at the same time their dad was working at one of the less fortunate school districts just a 20-minute drive away. My kids went to Heatherwood Elementary, a fantastic neighborhood school in Boulder, and we had a lot of resources. Most of what we needed was provided for through the school district. But on top of that, it seemed like the better things got, the better things got for us. So we had an annual fundraiser, silent auction, and bake sale and things like that, and would raise something like $70,000. $70,000. I was amazed when I first heard about this. The other school, on the other hand, really didn't even have the basics that they needed. The parents couldn't always give kids the basic supplies that they needed. I remembered hearing about a little vending machine you could put a quarter into and get a pencil, where, we had drawers full of pencils in our house that we would be trying to get rid of. They would have an annual fundraiser, bake sale kind of thing, and raise something like $300. And most of that money came from the teachers, the classroom teachers, who really, it was supposed to be a benefit to them, and they were the ones paying it. So this was like an example of the worse it got for them, and the better it got for us. Another example I remember is in the classroom volunteers. At Heatherwood, the teachers would have to make a chart and to keep the number of parent volunteers in the classroom to a minimum, because we'd be just like falling all over each other if they didn't keep us all out at the same time. At the other school, there were very few volunteers in the classroom. I really don't know the reasons for that, but I think it had to do a lot with the fact that the parents needed to be working and were not available during the day in the same way that we were. So, Jared Polis, here's my idea for you. Let's assign a sister school to every school in Colorado. The more fortunate schools can ask the less fortunate schools, hey, what do you need? How can we help? Maybe it's a box of school supplies. Maybe it's a little bit of help with some classroom volunteers. But it would just start with the more fortunate school asking the less fortunate school, what do you need? I think that this would capture the current momentum that we have right now, where all Coloradans are coming together to make better schools for every Coloradan. And at the same time, it appeals to my designer's heart, which is to make it specific and ask the specific people who are being affected, what kind of help do you want? Getting these big policies in place, like all-day kindergarten, which sounds perfect and amazing, is going to take some time. And at the same time, when we design something for everyone, frequently it doesn't work quite right for anyone. So I'm hoping that this suggestion will capture the momentum of what's going on right now and will be satisfying and really educational for the kids who are in the more fortunate schools, and at the same time will help us start a dialogue between the parents of both types of schools. So that's my idea for you, Jared Polis. Proud as heck to have you up there and being such a collaborator and bringing us all together as Coloradans.